In this video, I want to talk to you about the role consulting played in my investing journey. Now, my goal is not to convince you to become a consultant. My goal is actually to inspire you to see how my investing journey was impacted through consulting because it forced me to professionalize what I did as an entrepreneur, and it ultimately forced me to professionalize what I did as an investor. And so without that season of being forced to professionalize my day-to-day professional practices as an entrepreneur and as an investor, I wouldn't be who I am today as a private equity fund manager. And so everything that I've been able to do for over 23 years now as a minister and most certainly as an entrepreneur and investor and private equity fund manager, it is because of the role that consulting has played. Now, just to contextualize this whole journey, my wife and I, we met 24 years ago, in 2002. We were both going to school for real estate. It was at a time in my life when I was just starting to flirt with the idea of being a small business entrepreneur. And it was when the light first came on for me to realize how important real estate was, because I grew up doing carpentry with my dad because he was a master carpenter. He knew everything about homes from the foundation all the way up to the roof. And I learned all the ins and outs. But up until that point, around 2001, 2002, I really didn't connect the dots that, wow, you're good at fixing pieces of real estate and you want to be a business owner and one day an investor. You want to be the Wall Street kind of guy. I always saw myself like that. It was at that point in my life when I connected the dots and realized, wow, this could be a great way for me to get into the investing business and to become that Wall Street banker kind of guy that I had this image of, because I knew how to fix homes. And so I could get in. And at that point, I was like, let me get my real estate license. Just so happened when I met my wife, she was going to school for real estate. I think that kind of confirmed that we were supposed to be together outside of all the other things that were compatibilities. And so we got married 23 years ago. I dropped going to school because I really didn't want to get my license as a real estate. I was just doing it because I wanted to get in the game. I looked at it as a ticket to get in the game. But when we got married, we made a commitment that we were going to be a two-person team. I would be the handyman, and I ain't have no pride. I was like, hey, I know how to fix toilets. I know how to do electrical work, plumbing, drywall, flooring. I know how to change windows, do roofing. I get in the attic, a crawl space. I wouldn't care. I paint a room. If you're going to pay me, I'm doing what I got to do. And so I was the handyman. My wife was a real estate agent, and we decided that we were going to be a two-person team. Now, why was this such a powerful pivot for us? Well, because my wife was a real estate agent, so she could represent buyers and sellers, particularly in the residential space. But when the buyer wanted to buy at a discount and they had some discretionary income, or at the time we could elevate the price of the purchase and get money back at closing, the handyman could get paid to do all the work. We didn't really understand that we were consulting already, but that was a part of the journey because we started making more money. My wife would get the commission. I would get the work for the buyer when they bought the home, or for the seller when they sold the home. I would get the work. So it became our MO. It became the new way of business for us. And over time, it wasn't just me being the handyman and my wife being the real estate agent. We became the middleman. My wife had a background in mortgages because she worked with a mortgage broker before. So when someone as a buyer or seller came to us, if the buyer didn't have a lender, we would connect them with the lender. We had relationships with home inspectors and appraisers. So before you know it, we had this network of other professionals tax people, if there was some tax issues, whatever came up that the lender said needed to get addressed. If it was a tax issue, if it was some legal issue, we had attorneys, and we built this network. And one day my wife and I, we were strategizing, and this was around maybe 2005, 2006. We had been this two-person team for about 2 or 3 years, and it hit both of us that, you know what, we ain't gonna just be the middleman. We ain't gonna be the handyman and the real estate agent. We need to reposition ourselves, and we need to pivot into something new. And that's when becoming consultants became the thing. Now, of course, some people still saw my wife as a real estate agent. Some people still saw me as the handyman. But we saw ourselves as professional consultants because our approach to buyers and sellers changed. How? Well, instead of us just talking about the house, instead of us just talking about carpet or hardwood, we provided consultations. We wanted to get assessments first so that we could decide what is the next best step for our client. Now, one thing, as I mentioned earlier, that I loved about the consulting business and the consulting industry as a whole was when we started getting around more professionals who were consultants. Because remember, this network of people we started building relationships with as middlemen, many of them were consultants. They were legal consultants, they were financial consultants, they were tax consultants, they were real estate consultants, they were insurance consultants, they were investment consultants, they were wealth consultants. All these consultants and advisors, we realized that what came with being a consultant was the demand to professionalize what we did, the demand to be more polished, and basically to make sure that our more characters were upstanding, to make sure that we had professional standards, to make sure that we had or assumed fiduciary standards, and of course, as ministers, spiritual standards. So that's why I said it really forced me to professionalize what I do, because most entrepreneurs like me who come from a background where you don't have a formal education, we grinders, we hustlers, we go-getters, we rough around the edges. We're not really polished. We're free enterprisers, but that could be a liability, and it can keep you stuck in an industry or in a mode of operation that you never break through. And again, you don't have to become the consultant. You can literally skip from being this and become that. Even if you don't want to be a private equity fund manager, you could skip all that and become an investor. But in order for you to skip all that and at any point become an investor, you need money, you need resources. And your money and resources is either coming from you working a job or being an entrepreneur. And the more professional you become, the more polished you become, the more educated and experienced you become, the more money you make. And I think that's the goal, right? And so we shifted from just the two-person team of handyman, real estate agent to consultant. That led us to become property managers. And so we spent about 11 years being property managers, which again, being able to invest in real estate, being able to acquire properties and sell properties, or to participate in acquisitions and dispositions, and then be the property managers in between, where we have to understand balance sheets and P&Ls and tax liabilities and depreciation. All of this experience was so paramount to us, none of which would have happened on the property management level had we not been consultants, because the clients that we consulted who bought and acquired real estate wanted us to be a part of the deal and to ultimately manage the deal so that they could be at peace with their portfolios. And so consulting played a role in us becoming property managers. And then when the time came that we could be independent investors, not depending on being property managers or not depending on the clients that we consulted, we could invest in our own real estate assets or business assets with our own money, making all of the decisions ourselves. imagine how much more we knew because we were in a industry and in a business that forced us to become professionals, forced us to become more polished, forced us to have the right systems and processes, forced us to do the right due diligence and underwriting and analyzing because we had to do it here for people who were putting their life savings up, their retirements up, their families' reputations on the line. So it really made us who we were. And once we decided to exit the property management business, we became investors and ultimately private equity fund managers. And so now I'm standing in front of the camera, hoping to inspire you to not become a consultant, but to professionalize whatever it is that you do. Even if you scrapping out, changing drywall and cleaning houses or whatever the thing is that you do, whether it's a W-2 employee, a 1099 contractor, or a small business entrepreneur, become professional, educate yourself, get around people who understand different things. And perhaps as you build that muscle of a mindset and a skill set, perhaps you will find a place as a consultant, especially if you have high morals, you have high professional standards, you are willing to assume the fiduciary responsibility of people. In other words, you're not shady and shabby, and you're not just making decisions that could negatively affect people. You could be a great consultant, and it could be enhancement and an addition to the things that you might do or the service you might provide. And so I hope this video has been an inspiration to you. If there are any other resources that my team and I can provide for you, we do educate our students and clients on how to become consultants, how to become investors, how to take your skill set as a base and build a real ecosystem of consulting and investment on top of it so that you can not only take care of you, but take care of the people who trust you.